They're going to come back for next season. Okay, girl, here you go.
Okay, well, it says it's streaming. So, hey, everybody. Welcome to a special live episode of Bold, Black, and Addicted to Bravo. Actually, it's going to be our new series, Sunday School, if we ever get it kicked off, because we enjoy going live with each other. So we're like, we should do this more often. But it is the finale of Vanderpump Rules. And because it's just been, the scandal has been out of control. So we've been talking about it so much. So now we're like, let's watch the finale live, because our first big live was when it broke. We were all just so like, that we had to do a live together to talk about it. So now we're back because it's finale night. It's 8 o'clock now. We thought that was when the finale started, but it's actually the pre-finale episode. But a lot of nonsense goes down in that too. So we're gonna watch that together, mute during the episodes, talk during the commercials. Do you ladies want to introduce yourself, those that are here?
Sure, I'll start. Hi, everybody. I'm Kristen, aka Philly Diva here. Just giving you some opinions. You can catch my Instagram, philly.diva. First season really into Vanderpump Rules, so I like that you guys let me into the conversation.
Of course.
I'm Elle, Housewives in Chit Chat, longtime listener, first time watcher. I'm here for the mess, okay?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Hey, I am Lauren. On Instagram, you can find me at LJ4321, co-host of the In Case You Missed It monthly podcast, and also host of my own podcast, A Baggage Claim, coming to you soon. And I've been a long time Vanderpump Rules watcher since the beginning, since the Kristen in the green dress, since the Tequila Katie, since the Sandoval, I mean, from the beginning. And so this Scandoval has rocked me for the past 2 months. I'm so looking forward to deep diving, and yeah, it's been an incredible season. That's all. Thank you.
It has. Okay, so right now, what's on is the episode before where they're doing like their sandwich stuff. So I'll leave it up to you guys because we've all seen this episode. So we don't have to be quiet during the episode and talk during commercials, or we can do a little of both, because I know Elle hasn't seen this, so she needs to watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna mute.
Okay, so I'm going to, I like to kind of recap, and during this recap, again, these are my virgin opinions, so feel free to give me a history lesson. But as far as this sandwich shop goes, I like this. I like this. When I go out to Cali, I hope it's open because I want to get a sandwich and support. And seeing the Toms start Schwartz and Sandy's versus Ariana and Katie start There's Something About Her. That's right. That's what they're calling it, right? Okay. So seeing the two very different business takes is really kind of night and day. And I like them. I want to support them. I don't know who Tequila Katie is. I heard she's a little bit of a bitch. But, I like this business Katie. Like business Katie, I like her.
That's right, because you weren't around for Tequila Katie. Well, I still like Tequila Katie.
Out there,
even though other people
that
didn't.
I heard, allegedly. Now this is on the Clock app, but honestly, in the Clock app, I trust in a lot. But that the episode where everyone's like, it's not about the pasta, a vintage thing in the Vanderpump universe, right?
Mhm.
And everyone thought that might pertain to something like a Johnny Depp movie called Blow, right? Like that's what they thought the pasta was.
Yes.
But in reality, the cast, their code word for that was tequila. And if you go back in vintage episodes and you listen to them, they'll say little things like Kristen when they're in Mexico being like, can you please just give me like another bump of tequila? So I'm gonna say allegedly, but that was the code word.
Oh.
There it is. A little Vanderpump tea.
I'm gonna have to go back and
So
watch.
allegedly tequila Katie might have been on something other than tequila. But either way, she was a whirlwind. But she was also young and dealing with this gaslighter.
Yeah.
Who was truly a gaslighter, not like everyone misusing the term gaslighting, like truly gaslighter.
It kind of seems like it, just how he is now during the divorce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Katie does this, and I don't understand why she can't, like, nothing ever about what he's done. Again, I'm new to this, so I don't know how their relationship was.
No, you're
previously.
right.
But just watching him now, well, Katie did this and Katie did that, and she won't let me have this, and she's mad because of like it's very. So I don't judge anybody's, specific medicine use, but I might understand tequila Katie.
Yeah, definitely go back and watch because it's not a new way of him talking to her.
Yeah, that's
Like, okay, there's a moment. I mean, if you can find the highlights, it's painful, but the scene where they try to play a prank on, I don't remember who they were playing a prank on, but it was in the middle of like a Black Lives Matter Black Lives Matter movement, and Katie was like, "This isn't funny," like pretending like the cops are there when people could lose their lives, like a real one for that. This was Katie. What up, girl?
What up, girl? Listen, that
And
scene.
Tom
Hi.
literally was like, "This is why I don't have sex with you." And this is Schwartz, by the way. His friends are saying, "Be quiet," blah, blah, blah. And he is saying the most disgusting things to Katie. And I'm like, when people show you who they are, believe them.
And he
That-
told her to stop being a social justice warrior because
Okay.
she said it was inappropriate to have a prank with a cop, right? When we're dealing with Black Lives Matter and all of that.
Right.
And he said, stop being a social justice warrior,
Yes.
which lit me up. But I had such huge props for Katie for that scene because I feel like so many people are like, "Oh, we support you. Black Lives Matter," when there's like a Black person in your face. But when you're at a party with no other Black people and someone pulls a prank
Right.
that impacts Black lives and you're the only one willing to say something, and then even while like your fiance or whatever he was at the time and other people are ragging on you, you're still willing to stand up and say this is wrong, like that sealed the Katie deal for me. I'm not saying she's perfect, but to me, like
By
that's
far.
a big
Oh, no.
sign. That's
Katie
a-
gonna Katie all over the place.
yeah,
But anyway, I just wanted to check in real quick. Hi from Las Vegas. I'm leaving Las
Hey,
Vegas in
that's
4 hours, but I just
Are
I
you
had to
watching on your
represent.
phone?
Huh?
Are you watching on your phone?
No, I'm gonna have to watch later. That's why I can't
Okay.
participate. But I just want to say I love you guys. I
Thanks
know
for
you've been calling it our Super Bowl, our World Cup, our Wimbledon, our international cricket championships.
Our cheer
All
nationals,
rolled
your
into
names
one.
got weird.
Yeah. But anyway, I just want to call in and say hi because I had to be at least part of the party for a little bit. And you know what? May the best motherfucker win. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Okay, so
But yeah.
here they are right now in the scene talking about how they can't get their business off the ground, and the ladies have
Oh, the
nothing to do
passive,
with it.
the passive aggressiveness
and
of
misogyny.
Sandoval to be like, I'm jealous of their little spot. Boy,
Yes.
like,
It's so manageable.
mhm.
Like
Like,
it's
get
easy.
out of here.
their
And
little
this isn't
scandal.
even their first venture. I mean, they had Lisa and Ken holding their hand through TomTom and showing them every single step and where they would go wrong. And then they're still a mess.
Okay, so there's another question I have as a Vanderpump newbie. The restaurant Tom Tom's, that's their partnership with Vanderpumps, right?
Yeah, so Lisa went to them and said she wanted to do a restaurant called Tom Tom because everyone was into them and their friendship.
Yes.
And so they only had to put in like, what was it, like 30 grand each or something, like a very small amount. And they
Yeah, okay, no, it was because I thought it was 100. Like, I feel like I kind of know this.
No, they came back with this counter offer that was ridiculous because
Yeah.
Lisa was like, you get like 10%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put in a very small percentage, but Lisa basically put it together and like they were obnoxious through the whole process. Like she would try to do like meetings with people so they could learn like vendors, learn picking stuff. They'd be drunk, they'd show up whenever. Like they clearly did not take the opportunity to work with like literally a multi-million-dollar restaurateur, however you say it. They just
Like,
were like,
no,
whatever.
that was the proper way to say it. She has restaurants all over
Oh.
LA, all over London,
Yes.
in Vegas. I think
So
she got
then-
one in Miami too, right?
Everywhere. So
Yeah.
then after that, they were like, well, we want to open our own place because them being Ben with the audacity, because Tom Tom was doing so well, even though they barely helped and even though they barely controlled anything, they thought, we can start another
We can do
one.
this.
Because this one's doing so
Mediocre and
well.
did another one.
Yes. So they went ahead and decided to start Schwartz and Sandoval or whatever stupid name they gave it. And Shorts and Sandy. Yeah, Shorts and Sandy. She's wearing a shirt.
Scumbags and cheaters.
Yes.
That would be a better
Love
name.
that.
So they're trying to start this other one with this other guy that they found to help invest. But like they're like, oh, he's so tough, he's so this. It's like, no, he's a real businessman. Like this is the thing, not to get on my soapbox, that kills me is like when people like this get like these opportunities that other people would kill for, and they just squander it. Like not
Yeah.
even giving it like half the amount of respect that they should, that they got the opportunity to work with Lisa and Ken. They're just like, whatever. And now they get the opportunity to work with this Greg guy who has a bunch of restaurants who they could really be learning from. And they're still like, yeah, whatever.
Well,
So
you
like
know
the
what?
rest
I'm
of
glad that he is bilking them out of all of that money for rent. The restaurant's going downhill because when you're given these kinds of things and you don't like, I don't even want to say that they've been giving them, because the thing is, even before these restaurants, they had been putting in the work, which is why they got the show. Like they were consistently working and doing a good job at these restaurants before the cameras even
Schwartz.
started rolling.
They were top tier bartenders, yes.
Not Schwartz though. Remember he had a panic attack after one shift?
Oh yeah, Schwartz couldn't even handle the bartending.
Yeah, he never
That's
even,
right.
he was just a model. He was just on
Oh,
because of
no.
Katie. Yeah,
Yeah, because
so,
they were all aspiring models and actors who were bartending.
yeah,
Tasha.
so,
They were all aspiring models and actors who were bartending at.
Well,
Sir.
never mind then. See
Yeah,
what happens.
so, yeah.
So,
You
but
tried.
they don't even just, they don't even just not appreciate it. They criticize the people that are teaching them. They think that they're more right and more knowledgeable about this field than these professionals that have spent their life doing it.
Yep. And that's why Greg is milking them, because Greg is like, we need to do this, we need to do this, and they're not doing it. So he's like, well, I'm still gonna get the money for the rental. Like, you're not just gonna not pay me rent. And because they cared so much about being like, oh, look what we opened, instead of like making it run well, they had like what, 3 soft openings before they could even actually open the restaurant, because the restaurant wasn't ready yet.
Kennedy
Where
said
their
that. He was like,
groupie,
we got another opening.
Penny Lane was, where Bambi Lane was,
Yeah,
bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You definitely have to do a rewatch. You're gonna be a lot less surprised, I feel like, if you watch from the beginning.
I don't know if I can rewatch, and I'm going to be
Yeah,
honest.
they're
Um,
monsters.
I don't know that I could rewatch at this age. Like
Very
back then,
key
because
episode.
they were so young and I was so young, I could handle it.
Yes.
But now I think I would find them so obnoxious and annoying.
Oh, they are,
And they
yeah.
were already
That's
obnoxious and
anything like-
annoying before. So
Yeah.
now it's like
That's
would be
how I
on
felt when I
watching them in
rewatched
their
Sex and the
20s.
City.
Hmm?
That's how I felt when I rewatched Sex and the City. I was like, oh my God, I've liked this. Like,
Yeah.
oh my, what an obnoxious. Yeah, like I was completely like, oh, I'm sorry. If I dated you when I watched this show, I am so sorry.
You know what makes me angry though is that like I know, hey, thanks for joining us. What makes me angry is like knowing that he's such a narcissist. He is going to forever take credit for Ariana's success.
Oh yeah.
And like all the things that she's done and has, he's gonna be like, it's because of the scandal, it's because we blew up. Like when their restaurant is way more successful than the boys, they're not gonna say, oh, they had better help, they were smarter, they ran it better. They're gonna be like, oh well, it's because I cheated on her and that's why people are going. Like, even if that's not the truth and it doesn't matter, it's still me knowing that that's how he's going to
Definitely.
spin all of
Don't you
this.
remember when she got that book deal for the cocktails? And he was like, everyone is asking why I'm not on this deal. And then she let him contribute.
Not a damn person was asking where he was. Not a one. We did not want him. We wanted just Ariana to have her book. So right now, for those live watching, and the part of the reason we're all quiet, I assume, is because Ariana and Tom are talking on the screen.
Literally, I gotta watch this gaslighting really quickly.
We'll watch and be back for the commercial.
Give me presents. I don't think those are words that I say. Just be honest. And that's another thing is like, you snap at me, belittle me.
Up, Tom.
That's my feelings. Yeah, you're the only person that I'm constantly wanting to hang out with more, and I never get to know and have it like be us. And I've said that for months. I feel like sometimes here, I you know, I don't feel like you're meeting the two.
Because you were making out with Rachel.
You don't need to feel bad about her. I don't think taking pictures together is the marker for if you're connected.
Ugh, when he cries.
I hate when he raises his voice.
I was gonna say it's the fake crying and the covering of the face to show lack of emotion, to cover that his emotions are fake. Like,
right. Oh, shut up. You don't even have real tears.
To me, all
Sorry.
Okay, well, maybe when this time
you can't tell it
to me, quality time is one-on-one, no distractions, no other people, like really focused on each other. Physical, you can't like telepath your day.
Can one of you mute? Okay, yeah.
Want me to?
Us actually.
No, it's fine. I just need at least one of them because they were both giving sound. So you can leave yours on.
Going out, getting drunk together. Your definition. But that is the definition of pulling. That is not God. That's your definition.
I love that he gets upset with her for having like a rational counter argument to all of his complaining. Like he complains and she gives like a rational, like, here's a justification or here's how we can fix it. And he's like, oh, you're just gonna argue everything I say? It's like, oh,
right?
What do you want her to do?
And I've been recently thinking that if this whole breakup thing is real with Rachel, and maybe if she actually did got the help, maybe she finally told him what she thought and was like, you actually took advantage of me too. And he probably is upset about that, but those are hypotheticals.
Okay, so this whole taking advantage.
Because I don't
question.
see him ever taking the blame.
I have a question about this taking advantage thing because, like, yes, he's 40 and she's in her 20s. So obviously there's a displacement of like ageism, right? And people can say like, oh, she idolized him because he was kind of a rock star, but really they were very much on the same level. They were on the same level, just different ages. And she wasn't like a teenager, okay? She's 28. I just don't like the whole he took advantage.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like she would say that to him, and I think she also would be like, well, we both did it, so why would you put my name through the dirt? Because he was singing there, Stacey's mom, like Rachel. I'm
Yeah.
like,
No, I get what you're
Why
saying. I'm
is
saying
he
that like
on
I
my
hear other
TV
people saying that.
fake crying about being left out?
Because he's a
Y'all don't think
monster. Because
Okay.
they're both monsters. Because
terrible.
Rachel is a pick me, and Rachel
That's
wanted
Rachel
to
who
be
he was talking to?
chosen. And
No.
Rachel wanted
No,
to
if
be
you were
chosen.
just watching it, he was talking to Ariana, the blonde. That's
Yeah.
his girlfriend, Ariana.
Mhm, that's his
So
girlfriend.
he was fake crying. Because here's the thing, right? This was all filmed before Scandal came out. And now
Okay.
that we are watching it, it is very clear he was trying to plant a narrative that their relationship was falling apart, that she wasn't paying attention to him, that she doesn't do what she needs to do, that he's making all the effort and she's not doing it. So like the past 3
Gotcha.
episodes, we've seen him trying to act and drop the, you know what I
I need
mean?
more type bullshit.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's
okay.
the narrative. And he would have gotten away with it had Scandal not dropped. Everyone would have been like, oh, because then we would have had, this would have been the last episode. It would have went to the reunion. And then if they broke up, then we'd be like, well, we saw that she
We
wasn't
saw
making him
it coming.
happy. Yeah.
Okay. I just had to jump back in. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
done.
no, good questions. Good questions.
But I'm also saying what I was saying was I feel like she would try to call him out and also try to blame him. And then he will probably take offense to that because he thinks he's all God and mighty. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like,
Yeah.
I'm saying that's probably one of her perceptions is you took advantage of me. You knew that I was just broke up this engagement and like found out about la la. Like I can just see,
Yeah.
wow, that was really good. I've never
That was great.
No,
That was
you're right.
great.
And I don't think that you're saying that he took advantage, but I have heard like other people as well, like, oh, well, you know, and I mean, he's in the wrong because he was the one in a relationship. But at the end of the day, this isn't like, oh, I was a stranger and I didn't know he was in a relationship and he tricked me. Like, you knew that was a relationship because that was your best friend. Like, you betrayed on a double level. Your betrayal when it's your best friend is almost as bad as the boyfriend.
Not only did they go to Rochella, they went in the woods for her birthday. People don't go for the woods for the people's birthday all the time. That's love.
Oh, I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, like, that trip looks super fun, actually.
I love
I
camping.
love camping. Like I would have
Yeah.
absolutely loved to do if my birthday
How did
wasn't
we
in
randomly get a
January.
group of Black girls together that love camping? Like, what are the chances?
But I'm not going to be on the outdoors. It's going to be enclosed.
I'm a glamper. Like, I love camping with electricity.
Same.
Thank
There's a
you.
really fun place in the wine country here, and everyone gets their own individual Airstream that are air conditioned. It's
Ooh.
beautiful. There are swings, there are bikes,
Wait a minute, where is that?
psychedelic journey. It's in wine country, kind of near San Antonio-ish of Texas. It is
Okay.
very fun, affordable, and a good time.
So we
What's
need to
the
plan a
weather?
Texas
What's the
trip.
weather in January in Texas? Oh, I'm sorry, sidebar. We'll do that later. My ADD done said it.
Cold, but not like you're cold. but
Okay.
Are cold.
What's that? 70, 60?
Like 50s, 60s, sometimes 40s.
Never mind.
I feel like you'd want to come in the summer, but you don't want to come late summer when it's triple digits. You want to come like May, June, July, because after July,
It's like
gets hot.
1,000 degrees. Okay.
I went to Houston during Final Four, and it was one of the hottest I ever been in America. Ridiculous. I was like, I can't breathe. This is the thickest air I've ever felt in my life.
Oh my goodness.
And that's from somebody in Virginia.
Right. And I live in the river city, and I can smell and feel the thickness of the river around me.
When it comes to your hair, ingredients matter. That's why
Did you hear something? Because you just stopped.
Oh yeah, I heard like a beeping, and I'm like, do we need a chair? Change the battery in there. And I'm high as well.
Because you stopped, and then I stopped, and we was all about to just stop. Like,
Yeah, this is embarrassing. Hi, you two.
welcome to our group chat.
I'm really just
Right,
getting my
basically.
TikTok live ready so I can really like
Oh, are you gonna TikTok live and YouTube live?
yeah.
I love it.
I'm gonna eat live. I forgot that I need to like heat up my food.
Right? I did have a snack as well. Hang on.
I've been telling myself that I'm gonna start TikToking live, like when I'm on my bike, to force myself to be on my bike and just like bike and talk to people for a little while. We'll see. I keep saying I'm gonna do it and then I don't.
I feel that way about my podcast, but I have to do it because I want to drop it before or on my anniversary date, which is June 16th.
That's a boy's birthday.
It's
And
coming up, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I count.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting. Who's your first guest?
And do you share?
So sorry. What is that face?
She forgot we were recording, maybe.
Okay.
I definitely should not have smoked before we started this shit.
That's what I needed to do.
I hope, by the way, that Katie continues. I hope that Katie continues to pay him dust because I like it better that way when she just does not give him any attention. He doesn't
And
deserve it.
it's so funny. Oh, that looks like Rafa and
So
cocktail.
does everybody thinking that Schwartz is with his roommate Joe?
Yeah, I think they admitted that they're together. I don't know when they got together, but they're a couple.
Okay. You think they were dating during this time?
I don't know. I've heard that there's like, I think I saw someone said there's evidence she's been staying with him during this time, but
Yeah.
No, she was definitely living there during this time. But
Totally see them being one of those who have. I know they're wrong with it. I'm just saying I can see them not.
yeah. And the thing that also gets me about this scene that we're about to see, hey Beth, the thing that gets me about the scene that we're about to see is that like Ariana is crying and he's still too busy yelling at Katie's mom and Katie. He's too busy yelling at Katie to care that Ariana's crying. Like,
I don't really appreciate that. That girl.
I love
am.
Ariana's outfit. I thought
me too.
She looks so good.
Actually, I love hers and Katie's.
love
I
the
love that
top.
shirt dress of Katie's as well.
It is rich. I can't stand
You can't
like,
stand
if I had
what?
to choose a look between Katie's dress and Ariana's look, I think I don't know. I like them both, but
You like Ariana's better?
yeah, I kind of like Ariana's better. Like Katie's,
It's different.
probably just that shade of beige that's washing a little bit into her skin. Maybe if it was a mauve,
Yeah.
or something a little bit like a deeper beige or something. But
Yeah, I think maybe like a different color, but I do like the dress of it. But I do love Ariana's. It's so cute.
Yeah. So I hate to critique their sandwiches because I'm not really critiquing
Okay,
their sandwiches.
somebody's TV background is super loud, so it's a little hard to hear you.
It's me.
I'm disconnected.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's okay. All right, what were you saying?
Oh no, I thought it was mine. I was trying to figure out how to turn mine down because I think I'm sitting on my remote. But just to say, the size of their sandwiches are huge, and I wish they cut them in half. And seeing them show people these big ass sandwiches at a tasting is just irking my soul. I'm sorry, like.
What if they're that big in person?
But it's a tasting.
I see. So they should have made them smaller so people could try different ones.
Yeah,
I hear you. I hear you.
that's all.
I still would have tried them all.
Which reminds you, where's our restaurateur, Giselle?
You know what? And it's funny that you say that because earlier I was thinking, I wish Giselle opened up like a bakery or a type of New Orleans style cafe, something, and we can see her business ventures and baking sides. Because I'm tired of seeing her in the mess. It's just funny that you say her name, and I was thinking that earlier. And we're talking
Oh,
about
wait, you're thinking of Giselle from
Potomac.
Potomac, yes.
Oh, I was thinking of Who Asked Me podcast. That Giselle.
Oh, that just
Because she works at a restaurant, or she used to. She used to manage a restaurant. I didn't realize that Potomac Giselle had restaurant background.
well, she is a baker. She bakes very, very good bakers. I remember the first season, like they were discussing a bake-off that Karen had judged, but Giselle didn't win, and Giselle felt the way. And then there was another time where Giselle was baking cookies with the girls, and then one time when Giselle was trying to make up with Karen, Giselle brought her some cupcake. Like, no, Giselle baked. Yeah,
Okay.
that's. And I wish you would lean into that and bake. Like, I think, like Shady Lady cookies.
Yeah,
Just off the top of my head.
I love it.
Word on the street is these are the best cookies in Potomac.
There you go.
I like Word on the Street.
Word-
Why hasn't anyone started that podcast? It probably is the name of one.
I don't understand why they didn't name their podcast Word on the Street.
I don't know. I do like their podcast name though. I think it's fitting for them.
Oh, yeah,
Reasonably shady.
they are. Well,
Not
ish.
so much reasonable, but definitely shady.
Well,
They should just call themselves the Green Eyed Bandits and call it a day.
because sometimes they like that name, but sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
So my TikTok is like streaming and I realized like people want to watch it. So I was like, let me switch to a headset so like people can, watch it.
Ooh, I hope it's
And
open in August too.
So here's I want to say this little Easter egg.
Dancing Queens, by the way, it's fantastic. Sorry.
Is it?
I love it. Did anybody see the post about the Easter egg? Oh, okay. You're cool, babe. You're cool. The camera's not over there. I gotta go be a mom for a second. But did anybody see the post about the Toms going on a date with Joe and Raquel before they came here? I'm gonna
Oh.
I
I
did.
didn't see
There's
it.
a picture of them walking into this soft opening.
Mhm. in
The
the same
foursome.
clothes, in the same clothes they wore on a date earlier that day. So
Because they're trifling.
disgusting and trifling.
Like it's gross what they're doing. I'm so ready for like the Justice. And I don't know if you know what the Justice is. Ariana's premieres every time. The
Yeah.
Justice is the Dancing with the Stars. The Justice is
The White House
Tom-
Correspondents' Dinner, the Uber.
right. Tom
commercial.
recognizing, even though I'm not sure he can, I don't know if he's emotionally capable, but like recognizing that like people didn't like Tom for Tom Sandoval. They gave him a pass because he was dating Ariana, who was actually like a decent human being and a person on reality TV that was actually likable.
Well, part of
And
it also.
you're scummy. Yeah.
Part of it also is that people didn't like Kristen that much.
Right.
So originally, like he has always had a likability on the backs of someone else, right? Like
True.
people didn't like
On
Kristen,
the backs of someone else.
so they were like, oh, okay, Tom is better. Jax was an a-hole cheating slime bucket, so Tom was better out of the group. You know what I mean? And then Tom was with Ariana. We loved Ariana, so we put up with Tom. I mean, I did not like him through any of that, but he got a pass of it more and he was more acceptable through all of that. And also people didn't like Katie and Stassi, and he was always willing to battle those girls because he's always waiting to fight women. So
always ready.
always ready for a fight with the girls.
Women.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
Hi.
Glad you joined us.
Hey, girl. Hey, lovely. How are y'all
Good.
doing? Now,
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna have to say
Beth
this.
said in the chat that their relationship is doomed. It's karma. I believe that. And that she's anxious to see the scuffle with James and Tom. Yeah, I'm interested too.
Wait, who
Not
said that?
Oh, yeah,
I
because we're
think
on live, we're on
this is
YouTube
rude.
Live, so I have the comments up. It's because people are
I think-
commenting.
Oh.
Oh,
I think this
like,
is
what's
rude.
that?
I think that they are still definitely probably together or at least banging. And they're like, let's let this ride for season 11. Let's let them film us proving that our love is alive and that nothing can stop us. That's what I think they're playing at.
But
right
wouldn't that be better if they stayed together, not if they say they broke up?
So
Right.
is that official or is that a rumor? And girl, what?
Well, page 6. I don't know if that's true or official, but
Oh,
it's
guys, all the drama's gonna go down with the mom, and just knowing it makes my stomach like, ugh.
What
Because
mom?
it's so disrespectful.
Carrie,
Carrie.
Oh.
Katie's mom.
I mean, just
Ah.
honestly, just the whole scene.
Is it about to happen?
Raquel during all of
Yes,
this
it's about
was
to
so
happen.
upsetting to me. Watching her and her BS through all of this. Watching her talk to Ariana about her sex life. Watching her talk to Katie about Tom. I don't appreciate. Bitch, what? You don't appreciate?
It is diabolical.
I-
it is like
I
evil.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
evil villain.
You can
to me.
run. We'll be here when you get back.
All right, Al, come on, diva.
But okay, what were you saying, Steph?
I was saying, I'm sorry. I have to find my earbuds. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just sitting here like it's diabolical. And like this is like maybe 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th time this week I said no. Fuck these words. Headbutt that bitch. It's like no. I'm team sugar mama on this. Headbutt that bitch. Don't be about to headbutt her. Because the thing, if anybody deserves like a nice little black eye, it is Raquel. The thing that has bothered me about the whole scandal of it all, folks that literally are stumpy when it comes to anything, seemingly thinks they have words to say. Jason Couchy can choke. Jason, I know the fuck you are not talking. I know you lying to me. Sir, you fucked your best friend's girl twice, lied about it, and also had the coitus with someone's geriatric grandmama sleeping. Shut up. Are you still talking? Shut up.
Right. Like, when did Jax become the moral authority? Like, it is
And people
amazing
just
to me
letting
that people
that
have, like, can we all
slide. I
agree
was
we don't
like-
give a damn what he has to say? Like, why? I don't understand.
I was like, him, James Kennedy, be quiet. Lauren from Utah, the reincarnation of
Who's
two
stressing
Fractures Chords,
Rachel?
and shut up.
Who's stressing Rachel?
It's
That's
like,
what everyone should be.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me.
Oh,
let
yeah,
me
yes, her and
clarify.
Ariana.
Okay,
Yeah.
here it is. Her fishing. The thirst fishing.
I don't really feel comfortable.
But I do have to say, like, James Kennedy, it annoys me what an MVP he was this season, because he kept me cracking up. He kept shorts
MVP.
on his gate. Like, he was an MVP, and it makes me a little mad because James annoys me. But he was MVP this season.
So if you got a BMI, he don't fuck with you, and that's why I don't like him.
Exactly.
you women, he got a BMI.
Look, he loves fat shaming, like anyone who's
Yeah,
over like
yeah,
5
yeah.
pounds.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate this for her.
Yeah. He, outside of him doing his impersonation of Katie, an American accent literally cracks me up. Calling someone a poo-poo head, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna love this forever. Yeah, James Kennedy can shut the hell up. Lauren can shut up. Not,
Yeah, I can
not
give
my
them
friend
props where
Lauren.
props is
Lauren from
due.
Utah.
Yeah, I can give them props where props is due, and props is due for how they handled and dragged the guys for this. But that's about it. I'm not.
That's it.
Not,
It's like,
I'm
no,
not
you can
team
be
forever.
quiet. When I tell you, Katie literally bothers me. Like, girl, she be dancing on my last nerves. That last episode, I was like, Katie, get her. It's like,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I'm team
Do not
Katie.
get in her face. She's like, I am not fucking talking to you. Get the hell out of my face. Katie, slap her. Slap
Ooh,
her,
I forgot
Malin.
that Ariana's on Watch What Happens Live tonight.
Oh, I'm so ready for this. I'm like, ooh, come on, revenge body.
It's gonna be like the
Body she's
world's
already
longest
had.
live.
Because I think it's at 10.
Yeah, it'll right after.
It's a little bit muffled, I think.
It's muffled, but I can hear you.
Okay.
If you're back, could we? Oh, we lost L.
No.
Yeah, it's our momming time. So that's why I had to pop on, pop off, run out. Like, yeah, like it's almost time for going through our feelings of the day and our good night first. Bless you. You got one more
My
coming?
allergies are
What-
killing me. The
What did you
allergies
say?
are
Tis the
fucking
season.
killing me. It's like
I know,
couldn't
tis the
dry.
season.
It's like, ugh.
Beth doesn't
It's
like Katie
very
either, but said get them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm Team Katie.
Are you
but-
attracted to him? Are you?
yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
it is the fishing. Like, ma'am, you're not smooth.
this is very awkward to watch.
You're not an agent. Oh, I need to plug in my device. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, attracted to who?
Sandoval was short.
Can I just tell you, Leslie Bibb, aka
I was
my
sorry. I
favorite
was
from
quoting
Popular.
Rachel. I was quoting
Yeah.
Rachel. Sorry.
Oh,
Her fishing
so-
to Ariana.
I
Sorry.
just can't believe her not only lying in Ariana's face, but sitting here in these confessionals. Like,
girl.
maybe like she actually can act, unlike the men who cannot act. And the stupid storyline they're trying to push on us, it's very obvious. She actually would have gotten away with her acting if we hadn't found out the truth.
She would have gotten away with it. It wasn't for the meddling kids and her dog.
If it wasn't because Ariana happened to see Tom's phone. Like
And the
his
thing about
phone
it is,
fell and
like,
she
I
just
don't want to
happened
see
to see
this.
it.
I don't want to see him crying to Lisa, because it's like the thing about it is she's very good at this neutral game because she'll give people what they need to hear. She's good at in a lot of ways that housewives are not. But it's kind of like because they all love Lisa, she can get away with this. They're like,
She's a
"Look,
producer.
girl." It's like,
She's good at
girl,
that.
she is very, very, very good at that. I
We've
want
got
somebody to fight.
19 minutes until this finale, until the scandal breaks. I'd just like to, not to do like a takeover, but I would just like to know, what did you look like 2 months ago when you found this out? Like what, before we got all of these receipts? Actually, you know what? I'll take the first receipt. I'll take the allegations of the Sheena punch, as well as seeing through Tom's phone as the revelation. Who were you then? Like,
Oh, wait,
what?
really quick before you answer. Oh, Beth had to join off. Said Katie gets on her nerves. DJ said when I saw him cry, I was like, what is this man crying about? And why is he acting like a victim? Shaking my head.
You.
Same. That's what we were wondering too.
Thank you.
What are you crying about?
Mhm.
Right.
You're crying because you got caught. Okay, so back to your question. What were you like before
Like
everything?
when this
came-
happened?
Oh, I was still fine as fuck.
At first, I didn't believe it because it was like at first it was shocking, more so.
Mhm.
But you know what the thing is though, because we were already dealing with Raquel and the Schwartz of it all. It actually wasn't as shocking as it should have been. The cheating was not shocking to me. It was like the fact that the cover up had been going on for that long, and the fact that all the anger they had erupted from us over the Schwartz thing was fake anger because they were doing a cover up. That made me mad. Why'd you let me get fake mad at you? I was very upset.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so I have a question. So remember during the season, like I kind of remember listening on her podcast where they talk about the Coachella of it all. And they were like, oh, they saw Raquel and Tom Schwartz. They said Tom Schwartz. And I was just like, it's two white dudes named Tom. They probably know who the Vanderpump Rules was. It's like it was probably Tom Sandoval. I'm like, how come we didn't get this answer?
Maybe
Where
we'll
the
get it
answer?
tonight.
I hope so, because I'm like, wait a minute.
well,
Coachella
it
was
wouldn't
in
have been
April.
Coachella because Coachella.
Was in April.
It was,
could
that's what I'm
possibly
saying.
be.
Remember, there was a
Because I
rumor
thought
that
it
they
was
were
7
making
months ago. I thought they started after. They said the first night, and we'll talk about it tonight, but was when the dog died after the girls' trip.
Right. Well, this is what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking like they maybe like took some Molly, took some shrooms, like we're feeling
That's
good,
because the
had
And
it,
maybe they
We're
like
at it
pulled
part doesn't make
around.
sense.
had some touchy feelies, and you know, made out a little bit at Coachella, and then we're like, oh, we were just fucked up. We were just
Yeah.
tripping. You know what I mean? Like,
'Cause-
don't
yeah,
worry
'cause
about
I'm
it.
trying to
sweetheart.
figure that
That's what
out
I
because
think.
I was sitting here like, okay, so how does Coachella factor into this? Because it was a rumor, because I do remember hearing that, but everybody thought it was Schwartz because it's like, well, it has to be
Right.
the single Tom. It's like the other ones with Ariana, it must be Schwartz. And it was like, okay, so who the fuck was she making out with at Coachella then? Because I don't got, look. Okay, I gotta shake my salad. I got my salad from Panera.
Like, I'm sorry, the fact that Schwartz showed up at like her thing, like, oh, I think I smell bad and I need to put like he's just so damn disrespectful.
Like,
to
so
Katie.
gross. He
Anytime
looks like
can
he
disrespect Katie,
smells.
he does, and it makes
He's
me
a
just
child.
oh,
This man just, I don't remember that. Was that a Never Before? Because I don't remember that lemon bit, and that made me sick to my stomach.
I think so. 'Cause, yeah, I think these are Never Before.
I did not see that single.
And then look at Peter. He's not even trying that hard just to look semi put together. And then Schwartz, look at you. Look at you.
Shaki, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. I think it's Shaki. Shaki. Anyway, it said Lisa knows how to get info by being neutral. Yeah, she doesn't make people feel defensive, so they tell her all their business.
Yeah.
And then DJ said he's so gross. He sure is.
Yeah, Lisa is such a good producer. She was good at that on Beverly Hills too. She's good at making people feel comfortable and opening up, but crossing the line.
So God, here's a conversation to spike our blood pressure because this little girl, ooh. And I don't normally call 28-year-old women little girls, but like she's so emotionally, immaturely stunted.
Wish you it's a great sports foul. And Reese checks in. So where you at? And like if we did it or not.
You can always tell when Rachel's getting nervous because her voice starts doing like this.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell that Sandoval fed her lines that she rehearsed that she's supposed to be saying.
Yes. Because she just
Like
keeps repeating it.
Schwartz is really talking to you about his dogs, Rachel. Shut the fuck up.
Why are you
Like this whole thing, like how are you telling Katie that something is not her place when it is not your place? Like how is it your place to tell her anything? This whole conversation made me upset. But when she follows them into the alleyway, like I would have lost my shit. Like I probably would have started crying because I'd be so frustrated. I'm one of those, like when I get to a certain level, I start crying, and just watching the scene made me want to cry because I was so angry at her. Poor Ariana, she's happily eating her sandwich, walking into like a landmine. She's like, dude, she reminds me of like, did you guys see that live once where the guy is on live and his daughter comes in the room and she's like, doo, doo, doo. That was Ariana.
Yes. The beginning of COVID, working from home.
His little punk ass is hiding because he's just smut.
But you hurt me.
I just don't know why Schwartz. I mean, I know why Sandoval has to be in it because everything has to be about him. But like, why does he have to get involved? He's so damn annoying. It's tacky to have your mistress fighting your battles for you.
Right, like that's why he's trying to coach Rachel her line,
Right.
and she didn't expect Terry to come in, and now Sandoval has to jump in because, well, again, he loves disrespecting women, and he feels like he can speak that type of way.
I hope in this never before scene that we get to see what Katie's brother was talking about, because I've heard that he had to step in like twice.
And that Sandoval told her, like, what did he say, like F you or something? To F off?
That's what I heard.
It's very awkward. I'm
Here's
getting
the
ready to
issue.
come back
You
in
need to
here, yeah.
shut the F up. Side note though, Ariana looks so pretty. Like, I'm sad she's sad, but like she could not have picked a better moment or better look for her sadness.
Yes.
It's like, oh, like all these monsters screaming around her, and she's just there with her flowers and bow, looking sad.
And curious for the half knot, top knot, half fade. Like the look is perfection.
You're
Whoever her
so
style-
I can't understand you.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Here I come. We're gonna switch things up. Here I come.
I'm glad Christina said something. You know it's bad when Christina's yelling. By the way, her crying and walking away and Raquel just laughing. Ugh. That woman, she just does not care at all.
Do
That
you think
whole innocent is
question?
just, she does not
Do you
care.
think that she doesn't care, or do you think she's completely just kind of emotionally, intellectually obtuse?
No, I think she like loves this. I think she's getting off on the attention.
Yes.
I think she's like living in her glory in her head. Like she's laughing because it's funny to her.
She's been a fan. She feels like she's like the #1 girl right now. And I
And
think
she
that
is.
she doesn't feel bad about anything she's doing right now.
As
think she had
Beyonce
practice.
said, you know, you're that bitch and you're causing all this conversation. And that is what she has done. And a lot of people don't care if it's positive or negative attention, as long as it's attention.
Right, yeah. And I think she had practice being like from pageants, you know, like manipulating the girls and being good at saving face and pulling it together for the interview.
Like she wants to be #1, picked, chosen.
She wants to be the good girl victim, but also the bad girl. Like she didn't decide on a lane. And then she wants to be both, and you can't. But yeah, so she wants to be like, and that's why she keeps saying, she's like, I always cared so much about being in the pageant and my reputation, but now I don't care because I'm just going to be me. Like, it's sad when you go from like when your definition is I no longer care becomes I'm now going to fool around with everybody who's taken. Like that says something. Like apparently it was really hard for you to be good because you just wanted to jump straight to being vindictive and evil. Oh, let's see the comments. I met him at BravoCon. Thankfully, he didn't smell like cigarettes or bio. That's good. I would have broken up with Tom when he went to Coachella and I was getting mental health treatment over this crap. Yeah, that's the other thing. Thank you. Okay, because what we are watching, like, first of all, Tom has been a problem for a while. Let's not act like he
Forever.
hasn't been. And let's not act like Ariana didn't stay with him through all of
Exactly.
his being a problem. Like, yeah, we all call out the fact that he fights with women, and so does she, but she stays with them, even though he's the type of guy that fights with women. So like,
Right.
this whole like Coachella stuff, like we're watching him treat her crappy, and like
Right.
your dog died and he stayed out, your grandma died, like she's making excuses for his horrible behavior. Like he didn't all just suddenly become bad, he's been bad this whole time. And so it also makes me wonder if how Ariana would have taken it if it hadn't been such a public blow up. Like, do we think because
She was
like,
embarrassed.
what if everyone hadn't found out? She just found out that he had cheated. He said, "I'm sorry." I feel like she probably would have stayed with him.
Yeah, I think he's cheated a lot on her, and I don't know how many times she's known, but even when they were first together with Miami Girl, which he denied, and she got close to him when he was with Kristen. So he saw how he treated her, and she still defended him and, made Kristen the bad guy, which easily done. She
She
was
thought
crazy.
she was different, that she changed,
Mhm.
that their connection was something special. What is it called?
And
Soul flame. Wait,
Yeah.
twin flames.
there it is.
But if you're a twin flame with someone because you have to pretend like their bad actions aren't hurting you, you're not really a twin flame with them. Like, unless it really truly doesn't bother you, then maybe you are. But if it does, then you're not.
Well, I
twin
feel like
flame.
denial goes a long way.
Yeah.
And I think that he probably manipulated Raquel to some extent the same way,
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so
because all the garbage that he fed us, I'm sure he was feeding Raquel. And
Mhm.
like, I would have more sympathy for it if that wasn't her best friend. As in, if she was just a woman off the street and he was like, my girlfriend treats me poorly, she blah, 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 I want to break up with her, but her dog died and her grandma died and I can't right now. It makes total sense for a woman on the street. I get it. But like when you're her best friend who knows the other side of it, it's fucked up.
But do you think that Raquel considers Ariana her best friend? Because I feel like, exactly. Don't you think she thinks that she met the whole group at the same time and got close to Tom and Ariana at the same time? So
Yeah.
I don't really think she sees it. I mean, obviously, I'm not defending her, but I think she sees it as like she got so close to both of them, and that's how she fell for Tom. And so
I
she
mean,
had
I
no
agree with that. I agree with that, but I feel like you're still acknowledging that you're close with both of them and that you
Oh, for sure.
pulled around
Yeah.
on like maybe even if you don't consider her your best friend, you're acknowledging that you're super close friends and you did that, like,
Forever friends, in
like
her
friends
words.
enough that she
Yeah.
didn't care that you were sleeping at her house when she wasn't home.
And I'm sorry.
You know what
Yeah,
level of
yeah.
friendship you have to not bring out another woman at your house when you're not home.
malicious.
So huge trust betrayed.
Also, question: is it Ariana or Ariana? Because you notice that Schwartz and Katie always say.
You guys don't like each other, so you know.
Maybe it's the Utah.
Maybe, yes.
Here's the crazy part is with Raquel, you can see that like her Schwartz of it all, just the cover-ups, the Oliver, the Peter, it is diabolical. I mean,
I do think the
The
shorts of it was to get Sandoval jealous. Like
Yes.
we all thought it was because she didn't like Katie, but I think it was to get Sandoval jealous at first.
he
Mhm.
never picked Katie. Oh my God, we're 3 minutes. We're three.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna refill my drink.
Shut up, Schwartz. And look at you. He's 3 steps away from Skid Row.
So, I just, I think that like, swing along.
It just doesn't even seem like he's listening to her. It just looks like he's looking at her.
And I just feel like I need a break and just need like changing.
Oh.
Do you think Ariana is in love with her new boyfriend like she claims? I haven't seen
No.
that, actually. Someone said no.
I
Okay.
think it's new. Yeah. I think it's too new.
I think it's way too new. I think she's having fun. I'm going to be honest with you. She doesn't strike me as the type of person who's going to get in a serious relationship anytime soon.
I feel like I'm taking the interstellar route for like love. And I think it's something we're meant to do and meant to do a lot. And if she's feeling it right now and it feels like that, go for it. I feel like don't make any heavy decisions, but if you think it's love, especially if you've had something that you realized wasn't love at all, then I'm happy for it, you know?
She like it, I love it. Like, I just want sis to be happy because I can't even imagine being with
Exactly.
somebody for a decade.
That humiliation, my God.
That humiliate, like, it's one thing for me, Joe Schmo, to be with somebody for 10 years and then find out he cheats with my best friend. Although, yes, it's heartbreaking, but it's not national news. Like, nobody cares. So the embarrassment of it all is just, I want her to be happy and healed and full because at the end of the day, she still has to do that on TV. Like,
And dig down
By
while
the way,
she's
Raquel's
healing.
smiling while Lisa's crying. It's
I have
time,
moved
y'all.
myself down to the floor just in case if I have a freak out and I lay out.
You what?
I put myself on the floor just in case I freak out and lay out.
I like the precautions.
Rachel's standing there like she's about to get like picked for like crowned.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I just can't handle it. We're
Mind
here,
you-
you guys. We're freaking here. We're
This
at
is
the
my
finale.
just the tip. Oh, sorry.
This is March 3rd for us. Here we go.
This is just the tip. I haven't seen the fucking previews.
oh, here we are, March 1st, 2023. March 3rd. Here we go.
Here we go.
This is crazy, guys. Like,
This feels again. This is our Super Bowl.
I'm shaking. I'm physically shaking.
Cheers.
Cheers. Baby, let me upgrade you.
When you have
Yes.
read him, Ariana.
Let
read
him know.
I'm the scapegoat.
Sir.
I'm just scapegoat. I'm trying to get you to understand that, like, that you just have my friend. It wasn't about me. It was about a connection where we actually, like, were respecting. And I want you to feel that deep in your soul. I want you to hear those words coming from the mouth of the woman that stood by you and loved you and was ready to build the rest of my life around you. Hear my words and know that that's how I feel about you. I regret ever loving you.
There it is.
She felt that in the bottom of her soul. And I felt it for her. Like, I felt that for her.
She,
I would have told you it.
oh,
I'm glad he's crying during this scene because it's the only thing stopping me from crying with Ariana. So I feel so bad I want to cry with her. Then I see his pathetic face and I'm like, oh, it helps my tears stop.
Yeah, my emotions immediately stop when I see him.
And I appreciate that because my heart is breaking for Ariana right now. And if it wasn't for his annoying face, I'd be like sobbing with her.
And they just got this house together, right? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah, recently. And can I just say, so the thing that drives me insane is that they always do this thing where they're like, oh, like they gave me this connection. They were there for me. We could spend the time together. It's like, because you're putting the effort there. When your
Exactly.
girlfriend's like grandmother died and you chose to stay at a party instead of going to be with her, that's a moment when you two could have been together. You chose to be with other people instead of connecting with her. And then you're trying to blame it on that.
he's a worm with a mustache. Absolutely right.
He can't
And
take
you know
pictures
what's
and-
crazy? She backed him. What she said, she rooted for him. Ariana, watching that scene broke my heart, like literally, because she just he has tears, but I'm not sure if that's remorse there or just regret for
It's embarrassment.
trusted.
Yes.
It's embarrassment.
You know what I mean? I don't even know if it's shame.
And his part or her part?
Unnerving.
He's just
He handled
upset
it so
that
well,
the
though.
world is not on his side, that the world sees who he is.
Yeah. I think he's probably more upset about that than anything else. The how his image has been ruined than about the hurt that he caused.
I'm so happy though that we got to hear Ariana read him just knock every single thing she said. He needed to hear it. And I'm ready. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen in this finale, but I'm ready for her to also, shine a mirror in front of Rachel's face, because that kind of betrayal is sick.
Mhm.
I don't think she sees her again until the reunion.
And it's sick.
Yeah, I don't think she sees her again until the reunion. So
Yeah, I think she reads her at the reunion.
yeah, which is next week.
Yep. Side note, I love the Fast and Furious series. Like, I hope they never stop. I know they will, but I don't want them to. I want them to be like grandpas at the finish line for the grandsons to come through with their Fast and Furious cars. Like, I never want it to end.
Fossil. Okay.
Yeah. Like, it's just mindless, stupid entertainment, and I enjoy it. It's not gonna win an Oscar, but it keeps me entertained for an hour, and I appreciate that.
I do appreciate Ariana reading Rachel too. And him when she said, you want someone to be enamored by you. You
That
want
part.
someone, I mean, literally fulfilled. Oh, we're back. We're back.
That
That was quick.
Time for some BS acting.
Words. Hi, how's it going, man? There he is, most reviled man in America. There, this is very bad. Sorry. I'm not gonna do-
He gives more. Oh, he gives more attention to Schwartz than he did to Ariana.
Right? Like, how are you crying more with him than you were with your own girlfriend? Because he's acting. That's why.
Bad acting.
Love you, dude.
And also because he probably feels worse for messing up his business than he does breaking her heart. That's why he's sobbing. It's karma. And I love it. I really can't handle much of this bullshit storyline from him. I wanted to break up and she wouldn't let me. I wanted to tell her and I just couldn't. Dude, shut the fuck up.
Move out. You know, just go.
No one had you shackled to the bed. No one was like holding a gun to your head. No one taped your mouth so you couldn't say. You could technically like you. This is the like he screams at Katie about accountability. Like get some yourself first. Does he think any of this makes his cheating okay? Because it doesn't. It still does not make your cheating okay. Keisha said, does he have the lightning bolt earrings in? And I need him to feel my healed foot on his balls. I co-sign that. Yes, I love the karma too. Is this it? I can't. All she would have had to do was follow me.
Still blame.
Oh, God forbid your girlfriend trust
I
you,
can't.
believe in your word, not follow you. Play the fuck.
I don't feel bad for you, Schwartz, because I mean, your vibe attracts your tribe. And you and Sandoval have been covering for one another for how long? Miss me with that. Consequences.
Here comes Sheena crying harder than the person who got cheated on. But I thought Sheena loved when Raquel went after people who were in relationships. I thought it was so funny.
Insidious people. It's
Amen.
not even like this was like a oops, we kissed one time when we were on acid at Coachella. This is a full blown. Yeah. Sorry for today.
I feel like crying every time I see Ariana crying.
The hotel and her wedding
Okay, Coffin. Okay, Coffin Nails.
Like I've had long. Oh, I remember that BravoCon moment.
It's like, dude, she's like a day girl. She's like most wearing a puppy dog, like they're goofy. Like, what the fuck is that about? She goes, "Bitch, she's not there for me."
I just can't with him.
Tom and Tom are, yes, are pieces of shit.
Yeah. Shaggy said maybe he's afraid he won't be back for a paycheck next season, so he's crying over that. Yeah. I mean, and the sad thing is though that like all of this bad behavior really actually just secures their paycheck. It secures that they'll be back unless they like really mess up someone else's life or do something bad to someone else. And any implosion of their own lives just means they'll be back.
Yeah, especially because the past few seasons we're not getting the ratings and everything. You know, it was really slow. So for this to be like a resurgence.
It'll be interesting to see how they do next season though, because like part of the show is the friendships and them hanging out. Like I can't imagine Ariana's gonna want to film with Tom. Like like, do you say yes because of the paycheck, or do you say like, no, I'm not filming with him? Like, and I feel like she has enough good things going on that if I were her, I'd be like, I'm not filming with him. And I feel like if she doesn't, Katie might sign on to that as well, especially if their sandwich shop does well. And if those two are out, I'm not watching the show anymore. So I don't know.
Just so many emotions.
I feel like a lot more people would prefer the Toms be gone.
Oh,
and bring in like a
yeah.
whole, like I'd rather the Toms be gone and bring in like a whole host of new guys, like whoever these guys the girls are hanging out with now, like bring them in.
Ugh, I can do without Satchel. He's so boring.
That was the curly guy Katie was with, right?
That's that child. He was a child. But he seemed nice, but I was like, he's such a baby.
Maybe he'll get a job at Sir.
I want Katie to be with like a man, like
like can these girls be with somebody who has their own business?
Yeah.
Rihanna is now.
And not Randall.
Yeah, what do you know about her new boo?
I think he has like some fitness.
Yeah, he's like a fitness dude.
Oh, okay.
It seems like he's like actually established.
I mean, he's not a waiter at a restaurant, so it's something different.
Oh, he's not a restaurant too?
Oh, sorry.
No, she was saying he's not a waiter.
No, I said it's not like.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, like for where they are in their life currently, they shouldn't be with people who are successful as well.
Or at least emotionally mature.
Yeah,
Right.
there's
Well,
no limit. Yeah, let me fix that. It's not that there's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is outside of her friend group. That's more so what I'm saying. Not that there's anything wrong with Wait Saf. My brother has been bartending for many years. That's not my issue at all. Clearly I watch the show. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is outside of the friend group.
Yeah. No, I hear you, but your question also though made me think of a question, because our girl Ebony from Real Housewives of New York has been being dragged in the internet streets for like 2 weeks because she said she wouldn't date a bus driver. So since we're all together for this moment, I want to hear your opinions on it, because like for me, I kind of got what she was saying, because they're at different, social economic. Oh, hey girl. I was on a commercial. Different places in life. And even if you love him, like it's not like she's regular like us. She hangs out with like money. Like if you're making six figures, you're poor in the circles.
And I think more so what she was saying is, hey, I think.
Oh, we're back.
Wait a minute. I don't know if that's is that my phone acting crazy?
I think you're synced now.
Okay.
Oh, but it's
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
To be continued. Are you really crying about that? I feel for him though. I feel like those tears are real. Like if James could just get past like age and weight insults, he'd be perfect because he's witty and funny. He just needs to lay off of those. Or maybe he's not witty and that's why he does those. Who knows?
Well, I think he is witty. I just think he has a particular kind of humor, and his intellect won't let him get more than that.
I don't know if I can handle watching this bullshit. I really don't know if I can handle it. What a beautiful moment.
This is just the most awful thing I've ever seen in my life.
I had to tell my family about you.
Did he call her Ariana yet? Because that was amazing.
Yeah, he just did.
What about your family? Breaking up.
I said Bela.
Oh,
I know we always said like you would have to do this. If it's simple, but it's not.
Not a stupidest thing.
Get there. Can't get there. Can't get there. So weird.
Why?
I was just so curious to know what it would be like to be physical with someone like that. Because I already knew that 2 months ago. And sex like that before. I should have like completely removed myself from the situation. But I did not have the willpower to not see him.
Like Lisa. Wow. I would hear your perspective. She was in with me.
Y'all, that whole I I don't really have words actually. I don't really. Let's see what the comments say. I love karma. Making the same faces. Yeah. Do you have words? Because I don't have any. You're on mute, Lauren. I see your mouth. moving.
In the words of Teresa, piece of shit, co-core, home wrecker every day.
I can't.
I'm just so like it was just awkward and awful. And I think what kind of struck me was how the dog reacted to him when he walked in. That dog was so comfortable with him, like he had been there a lot. And that was the telltale sign. And then when he's like, the whispering, like, oh, we don't have to talk about your family in front of the cameras. Very protective of him. Oh, we don't have to do like bitch, who do you like? It's diabolical, subhuman, like yeah, like
Demented.
demented. It's just all of those awful things. Like, nope. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I had to look away.
Yeah, I
y'all
saw that at one point. You're full on turned away from the screen.
I was like, fuck this.
y'all saw my face like I was just, the whole time.
It's just the audacity for me. Like,
He's
I
so
just-
creepy.
I really don't have words. It's hard to have words because like the way that he tries to justify the bullshit, right? And
They
it's
had a
just
plan.
nothing but dripping bullshit out of his mouth. They clearly had a whole plan, and they're really acting us like they're really wanting us to pretend like we don't see it. Like we're so dumb we don't see right through it. Like the audacity of them to think we're so dumb.
That's well, he thinks Ariana's that dumb. Like that's
He thinks everyone is.
like that's it's just awful and so disrespectful to sit here and watch what we know. Like, you know what I mean? Like watching this then, knowing what we know, having experienced it in real time and say, dude, you're the most awful piece of shit. And the two of them together, y'all didn't feel anything was wrong. Like, you don't regret it. And that conversation just showed me that you don't regret it. Like, it's okay. I'd do it again.
Yeah. Yeah,
I do
he
it
clearly
again.
doesn't. He clearly
And they're
doesn't.
not even together now. So you wasted a year. For what?
Some nutty. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's I was disappointed. I'm disappointed.
I love how we all thought we would be like screaming and so upset, but like it's
I
like
know, we're like
the audacity
stunned.
is so high that we're all just kind of speechless. Like, is this real life? Like,
I think I want to see if the breakup is real and if it is, if it lasts. Like if she really did go to the therapy place and she's trying to grow, I really think he'll pull her back in.
Maybe. Hey guys, I'm on live, but we're live on YouTube, so you can join us and comment as well. We're watching the finale right now. Oh, it's back. All right. Well, you will be back. German, you can't hear anything at all. Well, we're muted while the show is on, and then we talked in the commercials. But like, can you hear me now? Oh, poor Ariana. Poor Ariana. And it's like, it's even more sad because we've all been there, right? I mean, blessings to those who have never been cheated on. But for the rest of us, even if it's not at that level of betrayal, knowing how horrible it felt at any level, and then thinking of it feeling even worse at that level, like, my heart breaks. Ugh. You don't forget the pain of being cheated on, especially the first time. Oof. Oh God, here comes a man child. His story changes every time. The only thing that I hate more than a liar is a bad liar. Like, learn the details, sir.
Hey, why are you being so closely associated with me?
I'm hyped for the new New York. I am. I said it. I hope it's good. At first, I was really not feeling the younger cast because I like my housewives like middle aged and out of touch with reality. You know, rich, out of touch. But this is a whole different vibe and it feels like a good vibe. So we'll see.
Yeah, I hope that it really is received well, and bravo Queen's House for the rest of the franchises. I do like them, like you said, like a little older. But I'm fully behind the idea of scrapping the entire cast.
Mm. And Miss Kristen, Miss Philly Diva, we paused what you were saying earlier about Ebony. Do you want to continue? You're on mute though.
Girl, I was medicating. I don't know what I said.
We were talking about how Ebony said that she wouldn't date a bus driver and people were losing their minds.
Oh, you know what? Like, I don't mind what she said. You know, when Black women have standards, people lose their minds because what that does is kind of financially leave out a large part of our male culture. But, you know, at the same time, Black women are the most educated demographic in this country. So sorry about it. Like, if that's her standards, that's her standards.
Level up, boys. Level up.
Like,
Yep.
that's, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but
Lauren, I see your
I
mouth
understand what she's
moving,
saying.
but I don't hear you, by the way, Lauren. You're not on mute, but I couldn't hear you. Now you're muted. Can't hear you. All right, but while she's doing that, yeah, I just feel like it's okay for people to have preferences. I feel like there's a lot of things that go into that, and there are a lot of people who are like, there are bus drivers who make six figures, and it's like, yeah, and that's great for all of us here in normal income world. But when you hang out with like millionaires and billionaires, like that's just not really a lot. And most guys. All right, guys are all on these podcast streets telling us about how they feel emasculated because all the women want to be independent. So you really think that even if he's a bus driver making six figures, he's going to be cool with his wife or girlfriend making so much more, and then he's going to be cool with whenever they go out and they're sitting at a table for an event, knowing he's the lowest paid man at that table, knowing that everybody else at that table knows that about him as well, that like guys' egos just can't handle it. Even if a girl is like, I don't care. And not that this is all men, right? Because I hope that there's a Stedman out there for me somewhere. So there are some guys who can handle powerful women, but it's a very small number. And most guys really can't handle it, even if they say they can. So if you know that as a woman, why would you search for someone that you know is going to come in and already have all those problems? Like, sorry if you don't think about those little details, but there are people who think about those little details when looking for a partner. And yeah, there's an exception to every rule, but as a rule, she's not looking for a bus driver, and that's okay. It makes absolute sense. Lauren, did you fix your mic?
Now we're shipping out first 5 times fast. And thanks to ShipStation's discounted rates, we're saving that time.
No.
Oh.
Well, I'll just say thank God for Katie. She's like the voice of reason and our voice in this episode so far.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And we're back.
By the way, in what other world besides reality television would the girl who stole your boyfriend get dumped by the boyfriend and you go over to her house to comfort her? This is not real life.
It just seems very, very fake.
So you're expert.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Don't poop all. Oh, I'm not. Wait, I think I'm behind. Oh shit.
She's talking to Kristen.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm so high. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. I keep saying that, but oh, she's talking to Kristen. I thought you meant Kristen Dion. Okay, I'm gonna get off.
Is this Kristen's new job? Like she goes around and does this with people?
Kristen's new job is to fuck with me, and I hate her. So that's all I had to say. I'm not even there yet. I'm gonna fast forward, but.
Fiance. Here's Tom's best monologue.
Thank you.
You know he practiced this shit in front of a mirror too a couple of times.
What? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh shit. Keep doing that.
It's like getting cussed out by your mom.
Oh, great.
Oh, Lisa and my daughter are birthday twins. Side note.
Lisa's face. He's just such a bad actor. He's a bad actor. Schwartz is a bad liar. You guys make it painful.
It's like she knows there are no tears up there. Like, go take care of yourself.
Like
It's not a
this
single tear
conversation
coming
is
out.
making you freak out, not the conversation with the person whose heart you actually broke. You didn't even shed a tear during that conversation. You yelled at her during that conversation, but now you have tears? Oh, fuck out of here.
Well, that's because Ariana wasn't giving him the attention that he wanted. Like, it
This
wasn't
was
the
a
reaction.
performance. This
Yeah,
is a
it's-
performance.
I just feel like there's just so much to digest. All right, you guys that are watching in the comment section, let us know what you are thinking and feeling right now, because I don't even know what I'm thinking and feeling. I'm just like,
I'm feeling disappointment.
are
I'm
you?
feeling
Yes, and I can't tell if it's at them or at the anti-climax of it all. Like,
yeah, like
Or that they're not better liars.
yeah,
it's against all of, you know what? It's just I'm disappointed. So I feel that the show should be over now. I feel that it should have stopped after Raquel disappeared. But they kept filming because they knew they only had
3 minutes.
yeah, they knew they only had a little bit. So now they have to do all this extra. Kristen has to come in. They have to film with Lisa. Like she disappeared because she knew without her, they're really like you have to follow everybody else. So I mean, it was kind of diabolical, subhuman and all of the things that she is, very manipulative to do that. So I mean, when are we not going to expect water to be wet?
right, that part.
So
I did think it was hilarious him sobbing into the one tiny strip of wall that Lisa's like window-filled house has. They had to like seek it out to crawl into it, to cry into
Somewhere
it.
to hide,
Yeah,
to put himself in the corner.
for that dramatic. He reminded me of Dorit and her looking out the window for that photo shoot. Yes. Dorit walks so Sandoval could crawl. Or Dorit crawls so Sandoval could walk.
No, she reminds. What was that girl's name on Love and Hip Hop when she was overacting and her dude was like, "You don't even have no tears." Was it?
I don't know because they all do it. Was it? Oh, was it the one who did, not Tanisha?
It starts with a T.
It was. Is Ray J's ex?
Tierra.
Yes, Tara Marie. Yep. She's a mess. I love and hip hop so much. I just love it so much because it's so. And I still quote, "It was all a lie. It was all a lie."
No, Love and Hip Hop has everything I want and don't need in a reality show, and I love it.
And like I can rewatch stuff too, like a lot. And I don't normally really like rewatching things, but like their YouTube channel with all their compilations, I can just put those on while I work and just rewatch them.
So I have a Samsung Smart TV, and I have there's a Love and Hip Hop channel that plays all the franchises 24/7.
Oh, that's nice. I love how she's like, I mean, yes, she fucked Tom behind Ariana's back for 7 months, but like, this is me. How could she do this to me? Girl.
I need my moment.
Like,
I think.
I respect that pact.
Yeah, like don't embarrass me.
Yep, that would be my main pact.
Well, not here, you know, just gonna keep.
I'm just loving how fabulous Ariana's looking. Like, if you have to go through all of this, like, look like that while you do it, you know? He's devastated. That feeling that you don't want to miss them because you know what you missed was a lie. Oh, my heart.
She misses the idea of her relationship. Like, because unfortunately, what the relationship is to her now is a lie. You know what I mean? Like, it's because I don't know how much of it is real because for the last 7 months, you lied to me in such a just such a deceitful way.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just part
Yeah.
one. Ooh, multiple part reunions. Okay, again, I'm new to Vanderpump. How many reunions usually are there?
This is gonna be 3 parts. By the way,
Yeah, I feel like
in
there's
the comment
mostly.
section, really quick, in the comment section, Cassandra, oops, let me mute, said, I can't think anything. I don't know what's going on. I live in Mexico and can't get Bravo. I'm literally watching your faces and using that for context clues. Ugh, I'm sure our faces are a mess. I know mine probably
Check
was.
out my TikTok, which I'm streaming it live at Miss Blake Blow if you want to watch
There you
context.
go.
Unfortunately, I had to turn the camera off because it's getting close to my bedtime, but I'm still wanting to enjoy the call. So I hope that's not a problem.
It's not a problem except that like you'll just be a voice on the live because it only like zooms cameras on. Can you?
I got you.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, like my mom duties and set in. I've been up since 6 and
No,
I'm just
it's
getting
cool.
so sleepy.
Can you like turn your camera on towards like the ceiling or something?
Let's see.
Face a pillow or something.
Yeah, sure can.
There you go. That way you'll at least have a box on the screen instead of just being a voice.
Let's see. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Kalinda, you were saying something. Sorry, what were you gonna say before?
Oh no, I was just saying. I think usually there are a couple parts in the reunion because she was asking. It's like Housewives; they draw it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to make sure my phone can stay up. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had something eye and they didn't understand what was happening. I was like, I told you about the Super Bowl. What are you talking about? Come on.
I feel like my dog's understood the assignment. Like I've got a chill one right here.
Oh, look at that shiny coat.
Aww.
Just been on chill mode.
He's so
And
cute.
and she's been enjoying Vanderpump. She's been with us honestly the whole way through.
Is she new?
Huh? This is Tina. I've had her for a little over a year. Stella's in her crate, laid down, wrapped in her blanket.
She just looks like such a baby.
Yeah, she's one.
Oh.
She's the menace to society that I talk about, who destroys courts and everything, but she's really enjoyed it. I feel like it's been riveting enough. And this is what I mean by part of me feels like, oh my gosh, there's Ariana. I feel like a little weird, maybe like the energy is different, but it's not. It is, we've been waiting and now we're up to date. And it's disappointing. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
He's really digging deep on this midlife crisis thing, like really leaning hard on it. Do you think it's Billy?
It's definitely Billy. I had to bring the phone over to unmute it. Definitely Billy.
So you're just admitting that you're a weak piece of shit. Like you couldn't man up enough to do it. That's what you're telling us.
Yes, keep it fun. So
I feel her in this moment. Like, I feel her
Same.
in this moment
Same.
because I couldn't even like I couldn't even imagine having to tell my best friend I can't be friends with you because you fucked up the friend group. Like, you completely fucked up the friend group. You fucked up the dynamic of us, and I can't be your friend.
Every time he talks, I want to like Elle Woods with the candy box, like liar at the TV.
The crazy thing is, if they really cared about their reputations, they would even fake that they are still together. This breakup does not make sense because then you would have at least the hopeless romantics who are like, well, they did
Right.
it wrong, but their love, like, it wasn't right, but they love each other. Breaking up is the stupidest thing they could have done right now. They should have been like, we love each other so much, that's why. And then fake their relationship for at least a year, then break up. Now it just looks like you're idiots.
Like, who's in Bryn Mawr and why am I not there?
I love her dress.
I
Me
love her there.
too. Me too. Like everything about it. And I don't really, I'm kind of over all of the underwear showing dresses, but I like this one.
Mm.
She looks fantastic.
Excitement that has been surrounding you since this all happened. They are watching. Let's see that thought for you. Phenomenal. Breaking game alert. Ariana will know if I start a step top down. We're going to get the polls and your questions. So keep tweeting me at and Eva.
Meanwhile, he tried to be like, if she had just asked me questions.
Right.
If she had just followed me.
Good night. He absolutely loves the attention of it all.
Okay, girls.
I'm shocked she knows how to write.
And they are sitting on his bed waiting for him. Why didn't open his door?
But like real talk, can you imagine being Tom and just like looking at Ariana and being like, not only is she gorgeous, like she literally was so ride or die for him, like loved him like most people would kill to be loved. And he just let that go because of his ego. Like, I couldn't imagine. Could not imagine.
She looks fantastic. Her glow up. Look at that tush. And I just feel like I'm so happy she called it. It was for optics. It was for damage control. You know they're still together. That they're writing each other love songs and that Tom's singing her songs acoustic with his guitar and bongo.
Yeah.
And trumpet.
Yeah. Like, wow.
I wish I actually liked Sheena's song. Like,
Her song.
I don't love it. And I don't love it the way I love like Erica Jane's song. It's expensive to be me. You know that one? I love that song.
Mhm.
I just love it.
Yeah. Erica can at least like sing a little.
I feel like if I was gonna like pick a housewife bop, I mean, of the top three, it would be well, I'm
Party
gonna
for the party. Don't
I'm
be
in my
tardy
20s,
for
I'm gonna
the
do party
party.
for the party, absolutely.
Don't be
And then I
tardy for
would
the
throw in
party.
Candace's Drive Back. And then honestly, it's a mix because I love saying money don't buy you class. Elegance is learned, but the one that I could bop to was like on display, on display, on display.
Each and every day.
I love Ring Didn't Mean a Thing. I wish Candy would sing that.
That was a good one.
Because it always stays in my head, like for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The ring didn't mean a thing. Bops.
Yeah.
I
So
want
good.
Candace to come out with like a really good bop because she can really sing and she's really talented. And I would love to see that happen for her, you know?
In these ballads.
I don't think so. I think for Candace, and you know I ride for her hard.
Yeah.
And I do think she can sing and stuff. This is no shade. What I think is she needs to be a feature on a good song.
Yeah.
In like a no guidance, no like a Kelly Rowland Lil Wayne song. Like I'm telling you, like a beautiful mesh. I mean, come on, Yiva, show my love for you. Like
It's like a my boo, like
yes,
a Nelly.
yes, something just a hit that is
who should she do this
that'll
ballad?
be like playing at a lounge, but also playing at the club.
Or like a fun song by like the Baby with her having like a great hook or lyric on it.
We can't do him. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
then I don't know who else are the kids listening to these days. Because I was gonna say like a Drake, but I know people have Drake issues.
Drake got his own issues, and he just
You
I
know,
don't know.
I would like him to. I would like her to be. I would like her to do a track with Anderson .Paak or his name. He did a song with him, Cornet. He's Naomi's man. He's a hip hop rapper. Corday, is that what it is? Cordae.
I don't know, but while we're on the Anderson
Good
.Paak of
swag.
it all,
I could
Him.
feel that.
something with Bruno Mars would be fun. It's a reach, but
Yeah, maybe. Ooh, I feel like if she did something, and I know he's played out, and I know he tried this, but I feel like if she did something with Daniel Caesar, that would sound good.
I want like a new version of like Ghetto Superstar. Just like a good rap with a good singing.
her Miguel would do a good slow fast bop.
Yes.
I just let Miguel. He hasn't had an album that
I mean, give me like my lady on lady fantasy and do something with Kalani and like let's make it a situation.
there was no diversity on that screen.
Wait, what's the word?
When?
No.
What?
It's starting in just a second. I heard Andy's New York. Did y'all?
Mine just paused. Why aren't you working?
Got through all my water today. Hello.
Because he was, yes. In the audience,
I've voted numerous times.
Banger is more despicable, Tom or Raquel. What do you think? Who are you more upset?
Well, Tom, because he was.
Yes. And the audience is too. That's the landslide. Okay, after seeing tonight's episode, do you think Raquel is more?
they're just such idiots because it's smarter to be together. Like they're faking a storyline that is actually making them look worse. Poo-poo heads. He's 1,000% watching.
Wow.
My YouTube TV is being weird, so I'm missing it.
Just wild. And you know what the thing is though, right? And I get it. When you're in the moment, when you like someone, it's really hard to separate your thoughts from it. But it's like if you have to lie about the character of the person you are with so that they don't look bad to your family and friends, should you be with that person? Like clearly that is their character. You're lying to cover up, but like the reason they wouldn't like it is because that is their character. And it always comes out later where they're like, oh crap, I guess and I get it. Everyone thinks they're the exception to the rule, not the rule, but it's like, come on now, you know?
I feel like for a while you always go through, they're different for me. That was them with that person, but like with me, they're a different person. Like they've evolved, I've evolved, we're gonna grow together. And I've got them. Like we weren't really official. I mean, technically, I bet you if she fine-lined it, they probably were. But I'm sure that in so many ways that she was like, we weren't like together. Like we
Right.
weren't,
Because
you
they
know what I
pretty much
mean?
were because her timeline crosses Kristen's timeline.
Exactly.
Like they were together because he left his girlfriend for the new girlfriend. But
And they like moved in together right away almost.
yeah. It's just like, you know what it is
And
though,
it also
too?
makes me think too, sorry. I
Oh,
feel
God.
like, you know how Sandoval loves being the hero? Well, it's like Ariana's dad just died. Like because before she didn't even want to be filmed. She made sure her face was covered when she did Sheena's performance, right?
Yeah.
That changed. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you. Please
No, that's a valid point. Shit, what was I going to say? It just escaped me. I'm sure it was good, but it's gone now. What were we talking about?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I know it's something about like Sandoval and Sheena.
How he was before they were together and thinking you can change a person or that they're different for you. And
Oh, yes, I remember now. I was gonna say, like, the problem is, like, there are truly some times in life where you have to make the wrong choice to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where you go into a situation and you're like, this isn't gonna end well. Like my logical brain tells me, like, you know, at least for me, because I can't lie to myself. I can't lie to myself that I'm gonna be the exception to the rule. So I'll be like, I know that this isn't going to go well. It's like, but I would rather go through it, deal with the aftermath and know than to always wonder what if. Because that's my thing too, is I'm very much like I'd rather pull the lesson from the mistake than to forever question what could have been, or if only I had said this. So like that's why I say what I want to say now and I do what I want to do. And sometimes I'm like, this may end up bad, but I'll take that lesson any day over wondering what if.
I feel also like 9 years. I mean, and I'm sure at the time they were like, we don't even want kids. Like they were on that Coachella life. They're on that like festival life. And like Ariana grew up and Sandoval didn't. And even if he grew up, he can claim it was a midlife crisis. But the moment that he started to be like, Ariana, it seems like she doesn't even like me because she's absolutely riding for you, but you're so immature that you don't even see it as that. And all of a sudden you're going for the girl who's, when she's wasted, she's like bimbo mistress. I mean, you know what I mean?
You know what I think part of it is too? I think, right, because Ariana has always said she doesn't want kids and she didn't want any of that. So Tom could always be like well, I would, but Ariana doesn't want to. And I think when Ariana was like, I ride for you so hard that if you want to do this, let's do this. Let's put down these embryos. Let's do this thing. I think he was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is a possibility that I might actually have to really grow up and be a father. And I can't stay a kid and blame it on her. And I think like that was triggering for him.
I thought I wasn't on mute. Anyway, I thought I was on mute. I just love the fact he was like, it's not the same. I was like, it's not supposed to be the same, you ass.
Right. Called growing up.
I was just saying that because my YouTube TV is crashing.
Do you imagine like that was your shot to fame, was everybody like knowing that you got cheated on?
I know.
I mean, as long as you know what to do with that shot, 15 minutes of fame, and you can make a real career out of it, then it doesn't really matter. If you fumble the ball, then you're forever just the woman that got famous for being cheated on.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like she's a smart woman, and I think she's going to take advantage of this in a way that's like, hey, even if
Yeah.
it's a couple of years, like wait till you meet like a German billionaire and
Mhm.
bag this. Not
Yeah, I think
because
she's super
he's a
intelligent and she's
billionaire,
gonna
but
like
because
build her
he
brand.
treats you how you want to be treated, and he
Mhm.
gets you on a sitcom. Stop.
And it's a good distraction and to keep your time, you know, like doing all of this press and movies and everything she's doing.
Yep, and then Lala's documentary is coming out soon.
Yes.
Like the Vanderpump girls are like just killing it right now, you know, and they're smart. So
As
love
they
that for them.
should, because buy cheap, buy twice, and that's the Toms. And they've always been buy cheap.
Yep. All right, y'all, this has been fun. Is this a
Yeah.
commercial or is this the next show coming on?
It's
done,
the next episode, but I've got to walk my dog. So
Yeah,
this has been
okay.
amazing.
This has been a grand time.
Yeah.
All
Love
right.
you, ladies. We'll get
Bye.
together on a Sunday morning sometime soon.
Night.
Bye.